Hello there, all you wonderful, beautiful ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It's me, your boy here, Daniel Andrus, making a video on his phone. One camera shot out of two, I'm thinking, maybe. I don't know yet. Maybe more than that. Of my SEGA figures collection. I am using two different rooms for this video. If you see or hear any scuffling or animal whining in the background, that's just my pets being my pets. Speak of the devil, here goes my dog BB. Hey BB! Hey buddy. This is my kid's playroom, so bear with me how I'm doing this. Normally these toys do not chill on the couch. These are my display figure items, which is why I'm doing these ones first in a separate room. All these figures you're seeing right now, with the exception of maybe like 3 others, are all my display piece figures. I don't normally play with these or have them out for various reasons, because these are more like decoration slash statues in the house. Some of these figures aren't really even figures. They are all technically figures, but some of them are technically statues, if that makes sense. So let's start over here in the left hand corner. So this figurine right here, I have no idea who this character is, but this toy isn't even technically mine. I got this for my daughter. So River, if you're watching this in advance in the future or anything like that, I apologize in advance that I took this from your room for the video. I'll put it back as soon as I'm done. But I just bought this for her because I thought it was cute. This is normally in her room on her shelf. This character's name is Rin, and Sonic original figure. I have no idea where she's from, but she's all Sega'd out. You know, she's got a little Sega bag, a Sega not t-shirt, a Sega shirt on. She's holding a Sonic, I think a plush, or maybe it's Sonic himself. I don't know, but it's a cute toy. Or it's figurine. I thought it'd be nice for River, and that's why I got it, my daughter. Next up is this guy. This is a solar powered blinking foot tapping Sonic. He's great, but he can be annoying after a while. Let me put him up against the window. Let me show you what I mean. On second thought, just took him outside to show you really quickly that that's what he does. If you have never seen this guy before, he's a great buy, but if you want him in like a room that's typically quiet, I would not recommend it, because I think, he's made by Jack Specific, yep. Because because I have him by my computer desk usually, and I'm just like typing away or working on a video or something, I just hear him go off, and I'm like, oh my god. So I have to move him over to like a shady spot sometimes, because it can be distracting. But he is a really, really cool little figurine if you are interested in buying one. But yeah, there you go. Alright, there you go on that. So next up we got these two little guys right here, Kiryu and Majima, you know, from the Yakuza franchise, or Like a Dragon series. I freaking love these little guys. When I first bought these, I thought they were Good Smile figures. I don't know why. Maybe I knew better. I don't remember what I thought, but I really like them. They're cool statues. And I really hope they make one of Ichiban, but ironically enough, Good Smile is making an Ichiban figure now. But his pre-orders are not available anymore, sadly. So that really sucks. And next up we have this guy. This bobblehead Sonic figure. I don't remember if I got him or if he was a gift. I cannot remember. And who made him? I think Jack Specific might have. Funko made him. He's a Funko figure. Okay. Alright, yeah, no. So these are all my computer room figures. These 3 guys right here. And then that's not mine, obviously. So I already explained that story. But yep, there you go. And then next up we have these 2 figures. I'm going to talk about Eggman over here really quickly. If you don't recognize this figure, I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there might, who know your stuff about the history of Sonic merchandise or whatever the heck. This is a Toy Island Eggman, and I think this is the first toy of this character, like this design of Eggman ever. He is the only Toy Island Sonic figure that I own right now. I used to have all of them when I was a kid, and I sold them all off. I don't know if I'll ever rebuy them or not, because they are expensive, and their designs don't always look the best. So I don't know, maybe I'll rebuy Big the Cat, but I already have a few other Bigs. So I'll have to really think about it, but yeah. And I don't have any Sonic X toys. This is technically the Sonic Adventure one, I think. Same difference, but I don't know. The Sonic X figures are too expensive, so I don't know. I used to own them, but nah, they're out of reach at this point, in my opinion. And then we have this lovely figure right here, this expressive Sonic toy, that I made an unboxing video of this guy, I think, a while back. So it's on my channel if you haven't seen it before. And he came with a chili dog, but it's been long gone. I tried to find it, but I can't, so I have to change his hand to something else, which really sucks. But if you lift up the space here, he has got a bunch of hands and eyeballs and faces going on there that you can switch around with. So that's exciting stuff. And I thought he came with a caster mold, but he doesn't. No, just a ring and a chili dog, I believe. And there's my cat. kitty, kitty, jelly. Hey, kitty, kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty. She just wants to hang out while I'm doing this. And then this thing right here is pretty cool. I gotta show this guy off really quick. So this isn't really a figure, it's more of a bank. But I'm not sure when I'm gonna have a chance to show this thing off ever again. Thank you to Barry from SEGA Bits. I think he's the first person to ever show me this in a video, or anybody this I can think of. Put a coin right here, press the button as it falls over. A little Opa Opa comes out, and they take your money. And it does little sounds every time. See? That's Flicky. Oh my god, it's Flicky. SEGA High Tech Land. Maybe I'll put it up here for now. There's Ultra Beast. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, we'll do one more for the road. Ultra Beast again. There's so many random ones. I'm not sure what they all are, but there's like, there's a ton of them on there. And then here we have this past dispenser which I got in Elk Rapids this past week or two. So yay for that. When we were shopping. Oh. You know that same grocery store that I got this from? And I haven't seen the Sonic anywhere else, by the way. Well, I don't really pay attention to pest dispensers, but that same grocery store that I got this Sonic from, I got my first ever Sonic comic book from many years ago, which is ironic, but yeah, or interesting. But it's true, like when I was like 9 years old in 2003, maybe I was 8, I don't know, I think it was 2003, I know it was 2003, I don't think it was 2004, I'm sure it was, when I got my first ever Sonic comic book, and I learned about other characters besides Sonic and Tails after that, pretty much, and I'm not even kidding, but yep, that's how it all started for me, after Sonic 2. Here I have this custom-made Rice Star figure, or, yeah, which I really want a figurine like this of Knights. I'm trying to find one. I know there's Knights figures, at least I think there's figures of Knights, but I don't know. That's the only character I don't have that I really want to own, that's SEGA related. But I do have a plush of Knights, but not a figure yet. Here's Rice Star. Yep, and obviously he's made of like, I'm not sure what he's made of, but he feels like he could break if you drop him by accident, so I think it's a plastic, but he might be 3D printed or something. I don't think he is. No, but just, yeah, I got this guy on Etsy if you want one. Please be careful with him. He's strictly a decoration / display piece for a reason. So there's Rice Star, and here I have Gamma. I think this is the official one because he's got all of his accessories except for the jetpack. I remember back when I was a kid, there was bootleg reprints of the Series 2 figures. What the Sorry, hold on. Okay, there you go. Anyways, there was bootlegs or reprints of these figures, of this toy line right here, of the Rosaurus Sonic figures, these 4 figures, and now they're long gone, it seems like. I don't think they're around anymore. And I remember the official Gamma figure, I thought his legs were like standing up straight like that, but maybe not. Maybe this is how he's made. Maybe this is the real one. I really don't know if he is. There's his copyright logo. He wasn't cheap when I got him. I got him like a few years back, so I don't know. But when I was little, I did have the fake ones, and now I sold them on eBay, so they're long gone now. But yep, so these are the real ones. This is definitely the real Big the Cat, because he came with, I don't know if he came with Froggy. Did he have a Froggy figure? But he definitely came with the official fishing pole. Now it's lost. So my kid made this for him, but it's not doing too good. But thank you anyways. But there's Big. And then speaking of, I think that same kid, well, I don't want to get too much into it, but one of my other kids, she broke this figure, so I had to super glue them together. Rosaurus Sonic here, Series 2. The skiing Sonic figure, so he doesn't move anymore, just his arm does now, so, and his head. But yep, this is the real one, and unfortunately he's been destroyed to pieces, but that's alright. You know, he's a display unit. Wow, he's just a decoration piece in the house. And I can't forget his ears, it's right there, they're like bendy. That's right, I forgot about that. I don't know if the Series 1 one is or not. And then here's Amy, and I don't think I ever had her hammer or anything, I don't remember. I think I just have Amy, but she definitely feels more, I remember the one I used to have felt a little bit more cheaper than this one, so I'm fairly confident this is the official one. Okay, next up I have this Ryu Hazuki figure, which I got from my older job. I wanted this figure for the longest time, and I finally got him. He's a sweet ass figure. And I'm not the first person to make this joke, but if, you know, this was more realistic, that bar stool, he would probably just, that thing would just flip him over. He would just fall right on his face, poor guy. But he's still a sweet figure. I really like him. I think I've had this figure in the background or foreground in my videos before. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this figure in my videos before. And I made an unboxing of this girl right here. This is Shinhwa, sent to me by Yu Suzuki. I'm not even kidding. That was the guy's name. I made a whole video about it. And the guy's like, I have no idea what you're talking about when I asked him who he was. But I don't know, man. A part of me still wants to believe maybe it was the real Yu Suzuki sending me this figure, but I seriously freaking doubt it. There's no way, right? Like, it had to be a coincidence, but coincidences can't be real. So, I don't know. That was just so weird to me. Yeah, like, it's in my video, or it's in my channel. There's a video. Look up Shenmue unboxing on my channel. I'm sure you'll find the video of me unboxing this figure, and I crossed out the address, but I kept the name. It said on it Yu Suzuki. So, yeah. But I think he was from Tokyo. And Yu Suzuki, I don't think it lives in Tokyo. I'm sure he's not the city type kind of guy. So I seriously doubt it. But I have no idea what to think still about that. But that's still it's so bizarre, but also awesome at the same time. And then I want to talk about these really quickly. So here we have a double-sided Phoenix Mirror and Dragon Mirror from Shenmue. Two of them. This one right here has seen better days. Unfortunately, got destroyed. This is not a custom-made one. This is an official product. This came from the limited run edition of Shenmue 3. So, I am so heartbroken that it broke. It just kept falling off the shelf I had it on, and it didn't survive, unfortunately. This one, thankfully, though, is made of, you know, pure metal here. This is a GameStop exclusive one. I did not pre-order the game at GameStop. I think I just bought a copy of it, and I called my local one to see if they had any more, and they had no idea what the hell it was or what this was, but they had it. They thankfully did have it, so I was able to get it, no problemo. I can't remember what happened to the box that it came in. I'm confident that I kept it, but it must have gotten thrown out during our move, so that really sucks. That was back at our old house, so yeah, it is what it is. And then we have the Sonic Adventure 2 figures here, or Battle, whatever, Joyride figures. These things are so awesome to this day. I'm so happy they made another Soap Shoe Sonic. It's about freaking time, seriously. Thank you, Jakks Pacific. Jakks Pacific, they're doing so much great with Sonic or Sega. Did they make other Sega figures? I don't know if they did, but they're doing great with their toy line. Anyways, that's besides the point. These figures are old. I think I got these guys before I met my fiance. I think they're that old. I don't know when I got these guys, but I love them so much. Shadow I had to buy without his stand because I couldn't find one with a stand. This one came with the Sonic, so here they are. Now these two figures right here have an interesting story. These are the Sonic and the Black Knight toy line what was it again? Oh god, who was the guys before Jakks Pacific? Jazzwares. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that. And I remember at the time, you know, the Jazzwares Sonic toys were looked at like the best of the best besides the Stars figures. And now in hindsight, that couldn't be further from the truth. They kind of suck. Like, I think the Jakks Pacific Sonic toys are obviously the best of the best because they're perfect for both to be played with and to like display. Honestly, but these figures though, they will break if you look at them funny. I swear to God, it feels like it. These guys, like these Jazzwares figurines. I think this is the only ones I have now. I don't have any more of them. I made a video showing off the figures used to own before I sold them off. It's still on my channel. But these came from an old coworker at Party City. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, back in 2020, there was this girl I met who was a Sonic fan like me, and I was really surprised. I was like, that's interesting. And then she was selling her toys, and she's like, do you want these? I was like, sure. So I bought them from her on eBay. So I completely forgot her name or what she goes by, but thank you again for these figures. I really appreciate it. If I can remember right, I think she gave me a discount. But yeah, and she was moving, I think, and that's a part of why she wanted to sell them away, I think, if I can remember right. But that was so long ago. Like, I don't remember all the details. It was back in 2020 during COVID. But, yep, and I also got Sonic X toys from her, but those ones are gone now. I only have these ones left. So, and I just had them as display pieces. This guy right here, obviously, is not an official merchandise item. I made this back in middle school. I think it was for a rocket science class, or it was some kind of like, no, it was like a model car class for sure, because it's a model car. I forgot what the class is called, but I was like, I'm going to make a Sonic one. And I don't remember if it was fast or not, but I remember, I think I came in 5th place or something in like, on like the last day of the race. But, yep, this is, I made this, and originally that said way past cool on the sides. This side it looks like it says it was supposed to say warp speed or something, but no. Or yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I painted on his shoes on the bottom. Yep. That's cool. So, yep, I have them to this day. Okay, let's move on over to the middle section now. Here we have Axel Stone from Streets of Rage 4. Yeah, I freaking love Streets of Rage. It's easily my favorite franchise on the Genesis. But I only like the first 2 games, so you know. I do like Streets of Rage 4. It's just not on the Genesis, right? It's on the Switch or whatever. So, I wish I haven't switched. But here he is, much older, much more, just older, but not washed up or anything. He's still a badass. And I know they make a figurine of him during Streets of Rage 1 and 2. I've seen it at Walmart a few times. I might pick him up one day. I don't know. But this toy is freaking cool. He comes with a bunch of handsome faces and stuff. So, yeah, I forgot who made him, but he's such a badass. I was going to say, this is like my little, like, awesome, kick-ass, badass, or badass, strong, burly type SEGA character section. We got Bug over here just chilling out. I think this is made by... Oh, there's his ass. Yeah, there's this lovely image. Who made this? I think Jack in the Box, right? Jack in the Box figures. I think he's from that Happy Meal, or not Happy Meal, but like that like set. I think they also made an Echo the Dolphin figure. I might get Echo one day if I can find him. But yeah, I don't know if they had the stars in this head or not. And then these freaking ducks right here. I'm pretty sure some of you out there have seen these. I don't know if this will make this or not, but here you have Ryu Hazuki, Beat from Jet Set Radio, and Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. Yep, and I know they made Sonic ones and everything, but I just wanted these characters. I know they have official Jet Set Radio figures. I might get a Beat figure one day for sure, but they're expensive as hell. Like Sega, man, I wish they could make more merchandise of their stuff and it sells well, but you know, obviously there's a reason why Sonic outsells everything else, because Sonic is a very appealing character, and people are nostalgic for the character like me, and they grew up with this character like I did, so I get it, but you know, so it'd be nice if things could just be more universal for Sega. Like, I get why Sonic overshadows everything, but still, it's just sad to think about. Okay, well, sometimes it is. Moving on to over here, I had this Ulala figure from Space Channel 5. She has definitely seen better days. She came with a little stand, and it's missing. And same thing with her, one of her jetpacks, yep, are missing 2 little things on her back, and her little hair pieces are missing. So, that sucks. Poor Ulala. So, yeah, yep. I am considering buying another Ulala figure one day for sure, but until that time comes, that's all she's all I've got. She's seen better days. She's fallen off my shelf a lot, which is why she looks like that. And then here we have this I figure from Super Monkey Ball, which if you don't look at him closely enough, you could have sworn he's just like a statue figure, right? That's just what he's made. No, this is a retail toy. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen this guy around in stores at Walmart or Target. You might have, but yeah, he can come out of the ball. I think he can take off his backpack. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. And until today, I completely forgot the banana can come out of his hand there. It's not stuck into his hand, which is both a good and bad thing, but like I never really played with him, so that's probably why I forgot about it. But yep, yeah, you can tell he can do some posability, and he comes off that stand there too. And they also have Sonic figures like this, but they don't come out of the ball. I will show them later off in this video. That's made by Jex Pacific, or they don't come off the stand at least. And here we have my SEGA amiibos. I think these are the only SEGA characters in Smash Brothers. I'm actually confident of it. Got Sonic here, and you know, I mean, like, you know, obviously he's been there since Smash Brothers, since Brawl. And then Bayonetta, who's not really a SEGA character anymore. She's more of like a Nintendo character now, I think. But SEGA did make her, so I'm pretty sure she's still owned by SEGA. I don't think Nintendo owns her or Platinum Games. You know, and that reminds me back in the 2010s, before the Sonic movie came out, when, like, for the longest time that I can remember, during that era, there's always talks about Sonic being sold off to possibly, like, another company, like Nintendo, like Sega was considering, which I'm so happy that never happened. I am happy that, like, things are definitely turning out better for Sega nowadays, especially with the partnership with Atlas. It is great and everything, but, it really is, and I'm happy that Sega hasn't sold any of their IPs. In fact, funny enough, this past week or two when I was up north, when I reconnected with my cousins, my cousin asked me if Sega still owns Sonic, and I said, yeah, of course they do. He didn't know. Like, that's how out of touch he was with the situation. So it's just crazy how, like, that was like a thing not that long ago, and now ever since the Sonic movies, you know, things have been looking better for the franchise. So thank God for that. But yeah, and I remember I read this common line with this guy, a line saying that these movies are literally the best thing to happen to the franchise, and that person is probably right. Like in hindsight, yeah, they did a lot right for Sonic, absolutely. And because we got 2 great games out of it, Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Generations. I don't care what anybody else says; those are fantastic games. Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Generations, respectively, are good games. I absolutely 100%. And there's no denying that. I'm sorry. I wish Sonic Frontiers had momentum physics. It's weird that it doesn't, but aside from that, though, I think that game is wonderful. It is. So, anyways, side rant over, so let's move on to over here. This Laughing Sonic is obviously a Jakks-specific toy, but he is a display piece, strictly. And what does that say? Yeah, Jakks-specific, yep. I mean, you know, he's not going to break anything if I play with him, but yeah, he is just a display piece. This little dude right here. And over here we have this statue, 20th Anniversary Sonic the Hedgehog figurine. I got him off eBay. Figures back. He's really old. I think he's 10 years old for me. I had him for 10 years now or so. Maybe even roughly around 10 years. He's going to say hello to you because he's pointing to you. He's a sweet figure, obviously. You know, he was made for Sonic Generations. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, I really wanted that 15th Anniversary Sonic statue for Sonic 06. The one that's like in the air, I think. There's 2 of them. There's one when he's like pointing to himself with his thumb, and there's one with him like in the air with his hand up, and he's like doing this with his other hand. But it'd be nice to own that one, but I have not thought about that figure in so long now. I think that's part of why I bought this figure. Is because it's like, well, I just had to accept that I'm not going to own the super rare figurine that's like hard to grab, so I'm just going to get this guy. And so I did, and I'm happy with him. So. That's what I think yeah, it just reminded me of that story. That's why I think I got him. Part of why. And then over here, we got to talk about this giant behemoth guy. These 2 giant behemoths. I'm fairly confident that at least half of you know what this is. I mean, it says it right there. I remember when Sonic Mania first came out, this was like a big deal. This thing outsold Call of Duty, I think. I think it did. I think it outdid pre-orders for the new Call of Duty game at the time. I remember that, and I was one of the people that that was a part of that. I got the Steam version in the game. I think this is the one that got delayed. I think I remember that. Yeah, there was like the Steam version of Sonic Mania. I think came out 2 weeks after the game's release. I think so. And I bought the game on Switch and PS4. No. I think it was PS4 and Xbox and Steam. I don't remember. I don't know. I only have Switch and Steam now. So, I mean, I technically have the game on PS4 and Xbox One too digitally. I just never play it, but that's besides the point. This is the Steam version. I remember that, and I remember when I got it, it wasn't ready to be played yet. I think the game wasn't. And check. Oh, hold on. All right, check this out, guys. What? What? Okay, there we go. That means the battery definitely needs to be changed. I mean, I've shown this guy up before in a few other videos. This isn't the only one. But there he is, and he comes with this cool cartridge, and that's the ring it came with. And then this card here, I don't know why they included this metal card, but here it is with Tails and Knuckles on the back. A few games have done that before too. Hey BB, hey buddy. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake also has a metal card, so that is cool, but which I do own that one. If you open up this guy right here, oh come on, there we go. Open it up. I have a feeling like 90% of you are familiar with this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm way wrong about that. But I remember when this came out, it was a big fucking deal. Everybody and their grandmothers or their brothers seem to be pre-ordering that guy. So I'm fairly certain that most of you out there know what that is. Okay, so oh, sorry, I just zoomed in by accident. So these little guys, they came with coins, and I should have grabbed the coins, but I put the coins that they came with inside my copies of Sonic 1, 2, and 3. So that's why I don't have them at the moment. I could show them off in just a second, but these are made by Tomy. And I thought I sold these figures, but no, I didn't. These are these nice metallic figures. They made these guys, I think, for Sonic's 25th anniversary. And I need to explain that sticker right there, because these figures came out at the same time as Sonic Mania for the 25th anniversary. So that sticker right there obviously did not come with that statue. That sticker was released exclusively in 2021 and 2, and maybe 3, up to at least 2023. I'm pretty sure it's long gone now, with Sonic merchandise, like figurines and toys and whatnot, for Sonic's 30th anniversary. And so I decided I had 2 of them, and I wanted to save them. And I know with all the big Sonic anniversary games, I like try to like make sure that I bought a 15th anniversary, put it on the inside of my Sonic 06 copy. I have a 10th anniversary logo sticker on my copy of Sonic 2 Battle. So to me, I'm like, okay, well, Sonic Frontiers is obviously the 30th anniversary Sonic game. Well, at least I like the headcanon that it is, because it came out in 2022. It was announced for the 30th anniversary. Sonic Frontiers is the 30th anniversary game, and that game is such a big deal to me personally. So anyways, I put one of those stickers on the front cover of my copy. I sold that copy to a store down the road from me back when I sold my Xbox Series X. An Xbox One, because I had it on the Xbox, and my copy of Shattered Generations. 2 months or so after that, I think it was this past April, maybe it was May, I don't know, it was not that long ago, I was lucky enough to rebuy it. Nobody grabbed it. So I now re-own it. And I'm going to show you that right now. Alright, I was not going to show these off, but here I have the, resale copies of Sonic 1 and 2, because when I was a kid, these are the copies that my Uncle Mark had. I never liked the not for resale sticker and thing there. These I don't think were too hard to find. I think I found these off eBay fairly easily a couple years back. But if I open up Sonic 1 here, there's the coin. There's the coin. Sorry, still beside it. Sonic. Put it there for now. Other side is 25th anniversary. I'm sure you guys have seen this before too in like other videos. I'm not the first person to show this kind of stuff off. Here's this coin, Tails, for Sonic 2, 25th anniversary. Sonic Hedgehog 3, alone separately with the SEGA CD poster right there. Here it is, Knuckles. All right, there you go, guys. All right, and then there's the little sticker. And I haven't shown that copy of Sonic Frontiers off before, I think, here on YouTube, but that's the copy that I'm telling you about. Because I went to the store and I saw the sticker and I was like, oh, thank God it's still here, and I rebought it. I'm so sorry for selling it, but I have something to tell you guys. I don't have an Xbox, a modern Xbox anymore. No Xbox One, no Series X. I sold it. I sold them. I don't have them anymore. Because Microsoft is being a real shit as of recent. So they canceled a lot of good projects coming up and shit. So I don't know if I really want to be... I mean, I have two gaming PCs, right? A mini one and a big one that I can play off of. So I got Xbox on that, and I can play these on that, but like it's cloud streaming. So I know those games will not be on there forever. So I'm really hoping I will in like the next year, because I have some shit I need to pay off first, or some like, yeah, I got some stuff I need to pay off, then I'll be good to go. Next year or so, I'm going to buy maybe a 1X and just have that and not care about much else unless Microsoft can hopefully come back around a little bit. See, this is what I'm talking about. Console gaming is dying a little bit, and because Nintendo might be the only ones making consoles, which would be bad because they will have complete control of the market. I was going to talk about this later on, and this sounds crazy a little bit. It sounds fanboyish too, and biased too, and I recognize and understand that. And I want to make a video really explaining this idea or getting into it because it could be fun to talk about. But maybe now, more than ever, would be a good time for SEGA to possibly come back making systems if Microsoft and Sony really are bowing out. Now that sounds ridiculously impossible too because people will be more interested in PC gaming anyways. So who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen with that? So time will tell. Time will tell on that. If SEGA can't put their platforms on consoles anymore, right? Besides Nintendo, why would they not come back? I mean, I know why they wouldn't, because of financial reasons, and because, oh Jesus, that's my cat right downstairs. And it didn't work out best for them before. Again, this is something I want to give you about later on, but it's just an idea I had, and I do want to talk about in the future. I think it could be fun too. Alright, next up, we got the Restour Sonic Figure Toy Line Series 1. I know I have a base, too, for one of these figurines, but I forgot to grab it. Oh, yeah. There it is. So, really quickly, I wanted to say, this was actually in storage. I completely forgot it was, but I found it. I think this is the statue for the skiing Sonic figure, or it's not statue, jeez. The base for the skiing Sonic figure you saw earlier, and this ring also came with the skiing Sonic figure that Restour Sonic has on his finger. I believe so. But there they are. Now here we have Restour Knuckles, Sonic and Tails, and the big guy too. And look closely at my Restour Sonic figure. Does something seem a little off about him? his finger. That's clay, right there with super glue. Yes. At first glance, far away, you can't tell, right? Because when I bought him, his finger was a little chipped, so I decided to custom fix it a little bit, and it turned out beautifully, thankfully. And aside from that, though, he's a perfect figure. He's beautiful. Look at I fucking love this guy. I really these figures are great, but they are okay, so his ears are not bendy. But his tails is? No, they're stiff as a rock. But Knuckles' dreadlocks, I think, are a little bendy. And so is in the tails' little hair. Yeah. When I was a little boy, my neighbor gave me this tails. No, not this one. No. Unfortunately, that was long gone. I think he broke me, threw him away, or he got lost something. But I remember this toy. This is the first Sonic toy I ever held in my life. I remember that very vividly when I was like 8 or 7. I think I was 7. He knew we liked Sonic. Me and my younger sister. We were in her room, and he was playing with my older brother, and we were all upstairs, and I was in her room, and he was like, "Can I come in really quick? I got this for you, Danny, or Brina. Here you go." And it was Tails. I wasn't this Tails, but it wasn't this specific one, but it was this toy, not this specific like copy of him. I mean, so yeah, I remember that, and I didn't know what the hell Sonic Adventure was back then. So this is back during when we just had a Sega Genesis. So yep, and yeah, so that was really cool of him to do that. So I remember that very, very, very well. And then this big guy, he comes with a stand that talks with Ryan Gimlin's voice and everything, but I don't have it, and I wish I did. And there's the ring I mentioned that Sonic has, and we're going to see Knuckles' dreadlocks really quickly. Yeah. If you love Sonic very much, and if you're keeping the franchise like I am, and you don't have any of these figures yet, you owe yourself to get at least one of these guys, because they are great. Just, if you do get the Restore Sonic figures, I would recommend doing it when you have the space to put things on the shelf somewhere, because if you're like a certain of age, like if you're 14 or older or something, I highly recommend looking into it, especially if you're employed and you can afford it. Because these guys, man, they are not meant to be played with. They break easily, unfortunately, and that's, I think we all know that in today's age and time. But these came out in the late 90s during a time when video game toys weren't really a big thing. So yeah, thank God for Jack specifically. At least you have those now. So, but yeah, no, I mean, you can honestly skip these, but if you love the Sonic Adventure franchise like I do, or the games, get them if you can. They are fantastic toys. And then here we have this little... Okay, yeah, so I do have one other Toy Island figurine at least I can think of. This Chow right here. Yep. So, he is super cute. And I love him. And he's great. And then there's Opa Opa with the bar stool. This is from an arcade. This is from that Sega, what's it called? The Astro City Mini, which I still have it. It's in my basement, and it's awesome, and I love it, and I am probably going to, I don't know if I'm going to hack it or not, because I have 2 controls for it plugged into it, and I love playing on it, and it's a great piece of tech. But, yep, that's everything that you're seeing here. So that's my entire collection of my Sega figures so far. This is the end of part 1. I am going to make a part 2. And hold on, what's this over here? I got this sticker right here. What's this? What? Those weren't there before. So these are pins, right? And I want to talk about this really quickly because they're not from a figure set. These are from a collector's set of SEGA Gaga, the Dreamcast game. That's the logo right there. And I've talked about this before. If that is the most expensive gaming thing I think I own. It cost me $400 when I bought it. And, well, okay, the most expensive thing that'll go up in price over time, I should say, which I think it will. But it came with a t-shirt, it came with the game, it came with in a big old box. They have downstairs. I don't know what the t-shirt is, unfortunately. It might be back in the box. I just don't know if I put them there or not. I have to check later. But they're the pins. And, yeah, guys, I'm going to make a part 2 because this video has gone on long enough. And I was going to set the Sonic toys and everything in another room, but I haven't had the chance to do that yet. So I have to get going soon for something. So unfortunately, I had to make a part 2 to this video. Yeah. Or actually, you know what? I'm just going to take a break here, and I'm going to film the second half of it later. This might be a separate video, so just hold on to your horses. Hold on to my horses. I don't know yet. I'm being very indecisive here. I might either put it online first or make part 2. Or just put them together. I don't know. But yep, that was it for this Sega section. Now, when I can, I'll show you guys the other room with the Sonic toys. That'll be either in this video or next video, whatever. But we're just gonna take a little break, and move on to that. So with that being said, either I'll see you guys in another video, or I'll see you guys in a bit. Half goodbye, I guess. See you later. I don't know. Just yeah. So peace out.